So hello. Welcome back to my channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll support my small business at latricelimited.com. So we're actually going to get right into the story, and it is about an overdose that happened to a minor. So right now I'm just going to play the video, and then I'll give my thoughts as we go.
And a Camden County man is behind bars accused of causing the overdose death of his 12-year-old nephew. Prosecutors say 35-year-old Troy Noakes of Blackwood lived at the home with the child and manufactured fentanyl there. He's accused of asking the child to clean paraphernalia that contained the drugs without wearing any protective gear. We first reported last month the boy was found unresponsive on a school bus back on January 24th and died at the hospital. Joanna Johnson's also been charged over hindering the apprehension of Noakes.
So this is a sad story. It's very unfortunate that this has happened. And it's just, you're with the wrong freaking parents, man. Like, some people, when I listen to stories like this and when I read stories like this, I'm just like, wow, you really should not have had kids. One, I mean, you're dealing fentanyl. So fentanyl is this crazy drug. They usually use it to like lace other drugs. Like if you got like heroin or something like that, you'll put this in there, which makes it weaker. Like it makes it so that you can elongate the regular drug. So if you have like heroin, for example, and that's the pure stuff, you put this in there and it like elongates it so that now you can have more heroin. But the fentanyl is really bad. I mean, I've seen many videos like up in Philadelphia, for example, where like you see people just like, they're like zombies, because most of those people are just strung out on something that was laced with fentanyl, you know, and like they're like immobile. Like if they're walking, they're like literally, they look like zombies, you know. And it's very upsetting that you're even doing that. One, that is definitely hurting the community, and then you top it off with having your son deal with that stuff. You know, you top it off by saying, oh well, you know, I really don't give a crap about you at all. I'm not going to even give you any kind of protective wear. Here, you do that, and you know, whatever happens to you happens to you. And it's like, what the heck? You know, and this is what really irritates me. If you did not want a kid, why did you have one? Okay? Because you're like, oh, well, can you go and do this? It said it was the uncle's drug lab. You know, but it's like, why are you even around this person? You know, why are you even, if you don't want to have a kid, if you don't want to be around kids, if you don't like kids, why are you using them, abusing them, and having them do this crazy stuff? You know, I mean, this is what really, really freaking irritates me. But I'm going to come right over here, and I'm going to read a little bit of this. Pretty much it was what was in the article already, but I'll just read a little bit. I'm going to start right here. It says a 12-year-old boy died of a fentanyl overdose last month after his uncle allegedly forced him to clean his home drug lab in New Jersey without wearing any gloves. And I remember reading this article where, like, with a lot of these drug labs, especially, it depends on like what you're cooking up and whatnot, where a lot of them would start exploding and stuff like that because, you know, maybe you had the wrong chemicals in the wrong area and the wrong temperature and stuff like that. So just having that in general is dangerous. And then you're going to add a kid on top of that. But it said right here, Troy Noakes, 35, was busted Thursday and hit with 28 charges in connection to the February 1st death of his nephew, including manslaughter, employing a juvenile in a drug distribution scheme, and endangering the welfare of a child. The 12-year-old boy died 8 days after he was found unresponsive on a school bus. An autopsy determined the boy died of a fentanyl overdose. And these are the two. This is the uncle here. And I'm assuming this is maybe the mom. I'm not sure. But yeah, you know, it says right here, it says the boy was not wearing any protective gloves. So any kind of PPP kind of stuff, PPE kind of stuff. And to me, it's like, why? You know, why? This was so unnecessary. You know, one, he shouldn't even have been around that kind of stuff anyways. Then you're like, okay, well, I just don't care about you at all, so here you go. You know, and it just, like I said, it makes me just really angry. And it's like some people just really do not need kids. Some people just really don't need to be around children at all in any way, shape, or form. So yes, he was charged. What is it? What is he going to be sentenced with? We don't know. So if there's any kind of follow-up story to this, I definitely am going to be on the lookout for it, because this kind of stuff really makes me mad. It really makes me upset for humanity just in general. I mean, one, you're already dealing some stuff that is, I mean, it kills. I mean, there's no benefit to it. We know that people get addicted to it very quickly, and it is deadly. And you're just like, oh, well, whatever. And then these two look so happy to have a mugshot. These two really look so happy to, be on camera. They don't look like people like who have regret, who have remorse for what it is that they did. They're just like, oh well, I'm making my money, I don't care. Which is so problematic for me. But that's my opinion on it. That's the story. There's not too much to it, just because it is relatively new, I guess you could say, for the public's viewing anyways. So until then.